Hi, and welcome to my channel. And in this video I'm going to do a review and a scramble of this puzzle here that I received recently. This is the Sidgman's 2x4x6 cutter version, and cutter meaning that it's kind of off-center like this, kind of similar to like this windmill that I have here where the middle slice is off-center. And I have to say, when I ordered this, I didn't expect it to be extremely difficult. I've never solved the 2x4x6 before, but I've solved many other types of cuboids, including shape-shifting ones, and including the 4x4x6. And I thought this would be kind of similar to that, except with some bandaging. And having solved this now about 3 times, I could say it's quite a challenge. It's, I would say, significantly more challenging than the 4x4x6. And the fact that it's off-center adds quite a lot to it as well. You would think it's not such a big deal because all you have to do is just turn it like this, and then you could scramble it. But the problem is, once you're reducing it, it kind of mixes up your perspective about what goes where, knowing that it has to be like, off-center like this. And one of the times that I solved it, kind of ended up doing it a bit wrong, where like all the faces were right except I think what was it, the white and the yellow were like on opposite sides, and thus I had to redo a lot of stuff. And yeah, but nevertheless it's a really fun puzzle, and I think I've pretty much gotten the grasp of the strategy for solving it. And one more thing to mention is that these outer layers tend to kind of lock up a bit every now and then, which could be quite annoying. For the most part, most of the layers turn all right, kind of what you would expect from Calvin's puzzles, but the outer ones, they do tend to lock up sometimes, and you have to like snap it back in place, which could be frustrating if you're in the middle of an algorithm. Okay, so let's scramble this. So first we turn it off center like this. We have this even line like this. And the first thing we're going to do is only 180-degree turns on all 3 axes. So on all faces, only 180 degrees. So start turning any of them like that, like that. And then these layers too, the 6x6 layers, also only turn them by 180 degrees at this point. No 90-degree turns. You could see what I mean here with the lockup. I don't know how well you could see it. And you kind of have to snap it back into place a little. This happens quite often on these outer layers. Try to mix this up as much as we can. Okay, I think as far as the initial stage of the scramble, it's good enough. Just see. Try to separate as many of these pieces as we can. Okay, the next step is we hold it like this. You see, this is the 2x2 layer where it's horizontal. And we think of it now as a 2x4x4 floppy cube. Now, I don't actually have a 2x4x4. But the closest thing that I have is a 3x4x4. So imagine that one of these layers is chopped off, that it's only 2 layers. So right now we're going to be doing a scramble by holding it like this. And we could turn 90 degrees horizontally, but these turns are only going to be 180 degrees. And so we're doing that right now. So this is the middle layer, not like this, because this is like the 4 layers. So like this, where there's the 2 layers. And so we could turn it 90 degrees like this, that's fine, but all the other layers we have to do 180-degree turns at this stage. So 180, let's see, turn 90 degrees as far as the horizontal one, and some more 180 turns, just to scramble up as many pieces as we can. I'll get some of these middle slices, middle pieces out as well. Just try to get as much out as we can. Okay, so I think for that stage of the scramble it's good. And lastly, we're going to start doing the 2x2 solve. And before we do it, I like to turn some of these by 90 degrees. So something like this, and then we start doing like full 2x2 scramble. And at this point, everything gets bandaged. You could only turn it as a 2x2. And we'll call that a good scramble. So you could see this is like a 2x2 block and how all the pieces are scrambled in here and here. And yeah, so that'll be all for this scramble video. And hopefully I'll make another video, possibly, where I attempt to solve this on video. So that'll be all for now. Thank you for watching, and until next time.